Yoo-hoo, breadies, T-Dog, how's it going?
Bring, bring. It's the Breadheads calling into Think Fresh podcast. Ty and Eric are
hmm
your hosts. We'll be on the mic all night.
Yeah, dude, stick around because we got some juicy topics today. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some real savory bites, some real sweet
Mm-hmm.
endings. Who knows what'll
Mm-hmm.
happen this episode?
Juicy, creamy, and salty topics.
Dusty,
That is
rusty,
true.
musty.
Dude, when he
Oh
says
man.
musty, I think he's talking about mustard.
Whoa. I
Yeah.
never thought about that, but like me and my boys, like we never call our ex-girlfriends by their name. Like we ban all ex's names. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we just call them like bad things. I'm sure most guys can relate, but one of them is
Right, right, right.
musty. So I just think of this one
That's
random girl from high school when I hear that name.
that was her like post relational nickname.
Yeah, exactly.
Do they know they're assigned these names, or is this specifically for you and all your dogs?
This is only for the dogs. Ow.
Ow! Yo, that's
Yeah,
great. I
dude.
love that. Can
They
you
won't
drop another
understand.
one? I want to know if there's like kind of like a thematic thing happening with these names.
Um, I don't know. That one was too iconic. Like that
Hmm.
one played a big part in our daily dialogue as young boys in high school, young
Nice.
dogs, puppies, if you will.
Pups. Yeah. Puppy pack.
So yeah, I can't divulge any other ones, but that one was a greatest hit. Let's just say.
Gotcha, gotcha. That's very creative. I think I would be limited to one syllable words like barf, ick, yuck.
Yeah, dude, the word "ick" is gonna get us flagged on this show. I think it's a little bit overused, but
Hmm.
I'm here for it. I'm still here for it.
Yeah.
I'm so distracted by your background right now. Like I feel like I'm like talking to someone from like a Mexican weather channel or something. Like what's going
Dude, I feel like
on?
I'm gonna like point at the wall and you're gonna see a cloud and a thunderstorm pop up. My background right now is just about subway green. I am currently recording from a public library because they have sound recording booths and I want to try it out. But I don't know if this is really like giving luxury, is it?
It's not giving luxury at all, but I think that's fine. It's kind of like it plays into the theme of our pod, you know? It's every day, you know, it's kind of just like pedestrian. It's kind of like the
Mhm.
yellow at Subway after it's been like faded in the sun for a while. It's like they just like
Yeah,
haven't painted this quarter yet, you know?
that's a good point. That's a good point. I feel like I'm in a safety visit video for like workplace harassment. Like that's the type of vibe I'm on with this background.
hmm Speaking of like Mexican weather channels, have you seen like the girls they have on that?
Dude,
They
it's
just have like
crazy.
it's just like insane the talent that they scout for that job description. I mean, like I'm curious like what the interview is like. It's probably a
Hmm.
lot like George Costanza, like interviewing like baddies, being
Yeah,
like, "I'm sorry, your
100%.
tits are too big. I'm sorry," but it's just incredible. I mean, they know what they're doing over there in Guadalajara.
I mean, they're doing what all like television wants to do. They're just not beating around the bush with it. They're not hiding it. They're just like only hiring on looks alone. It's like they're not looking for a meteorologist. They're looking for a
Mhm.
hooterologist.
I mean, you're absolutely right, and I think we should destigmatize like shopping by looks only because that's what we do at
Hmm.
Subway. You know what I mean? Like I go in there
Hmm.
every day objectifying the lettuce, thinking about like,
Hmm.
okay, it's a little bit too brown today, a little bit too like, white. There's not enough green in there. I got to get the tomatoes today instead. I'm not fucking with the lettuce, or maybe the
Totally.
prosciutto or the salami. It's not looking right. You know?
Dude, to judge a pickle by its cover is only in human nature. It's our mental processing helping us navigate a foreign environment filled with potentially toxic or poisonous or
Mhm.
dangerous things.
100%. I think that's why
Yeah.
humans we find mold so like revolting. Like when
Hmm.
you like see mold somewhere in your fridge or like anywhere, you just immediately are like, "Oh fuck, that's so nasty." I think it's like
Hmm.
hardwired into our brain to like avoid that at all costs.
For sure. Like how many soldiers have fallen to mold before us? Many men.
Yeah, dude.
Which vegetable or meat, which substance at the whey do you think is most likely to catch a few spores?
Mm. Honestly, it's probably the cheese in any other scenario, but at Subway, I think the cheese is so processed that it's like
Hmm.
that and the bread both share the same DNA as a yoga mat. So
Hmm.
there's no mold
Hmm.
growing on that at all. But it might appear, I don't know, potentially in the, I don't know, the chicken area. I'm not really happy with the way they keep the chicken.
The chicken program, they could like work on their chicken placement program for sure. I feel like
Hmm.
they're the shape of the chicken deserves more of a pedestal than the bucket that it sits in,
Hmm. The coop, if you will.
the coop.
It's deserving enough of an
Nice.
upgrade.
Hmm.
Um, Speaking of deserving of an upgrade, Ty, I have to talk to you about a recent rebrand that friend of the pod and I, Patrick, have gotten into. We found ourselves deep in a rebrand.
Oh no,
We're at the
caught up in the changing of the guard.
yeah, yeah, dude, caught up in this marketing campaign that I think has swindled us along with many other Vancouverites.
Okay,
And
hit me.
so I need to talk to you about this. So, famous Vancouver patio juice bar, which is
Hmm.
located in Gastown, RIP,
Natural
um,
Wine Institution.
Natural Wine Institution. I think like probably one of the first actual natural wine bars here that was like doing a really good job. And due to COVID, they opened up this insanely nice patio in the heart of
Hmm.
Gastown where like real estate is so sought after. It's like unthinkable to have a patio of this size because it takes up
Hmm.
like 8 to 10 parking stalls.
Hmm.
Like
It's a
prime
great patio.
parking, like fucking amazing parking.
Yeah, dude. It's like the one bedroom right next to it costs like 6 G's a month. How much
Yeah.
does do you think that parking spot costs for them 24/7?
Oh, dude. If that was a private parking spot, you could rent it out for like 400 a month, no problem.
Yeah, dude. I think
Because
they're
it's
running
right
a
beside
hundred.
the what's that bar? Like the Port House or something?
The
Port or
one where
something?
that always has a big crowd that for a
Yeah.
bunch of people to stand in a basement. So silly.
Exactly. But yeah, just like great spot. Recently found out they were closing. Okay.
Travesty.
And
It was
big
like when they got rid of the
travesty.
falafel. I almost shed a tear.
Oh, dude, this is nowhere close to that bad, but it's still bad nonetheless. And so obviously, Vancouver, we all were activated. I mean, we've
Hmm.
all been radicalized by the
Hmm.
news of the closure of the juice bar. So um, the turnout for their last day was like bigger than a Travis Scott concert.
I was
It
just
was
gonna
like
say the snaps looked like Astroworld. The way
I've
people
never
are
seen
rampaging to the natty wine fridge.
100%, dude. I haven't seen this many like library tote books in one place since like I don't know, being hipster was like cool. You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
the number of like Converses and like Solomons in one place was unbelievable. But this place had a fucking 2 hour lineup, bro, to get a bottle of wine, and
Oh,
we stood in this line for actually 2 hours. It was insane.
wow. That's so
Um,
sad, Eric. You couldn't pay to get to the front. In that case, I just pay the guy at the front an extra 20 to buy my bottles.
Oh, yeah, that would be a great move. But nobody was working there, which is kind of the problem. There was
Mm,
like the usual staff where they could have had like five bodyguards like or like bouncers like on staff. That would have been like appropriate in my opinion.
right,
But
right.
in this situation, it was like the cashier and then like one person like wiping down tables.
Wow. They must have been
It was like,
severely overwhelmed.
oh, dude, idiotic.
Dude, that's like sandwich artist at rush hour bad. Lunch rush.
Hmm. Hmm. Just like Kim K, they shut down the internet on this day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, after 2 hours, got our bottle, or actually we got two bottles because we're like we're not waiting again, so let's
Mm-hmm.
just buy two. And at that point, Ty, the goal of theirs was to empty out the fridge. And
Mm-hmm.
so by the time we got there, they just had like obscure like $100 bottles.
Oh shit.
And so we spent like $240 like on just on wine on in for two bottles. And yeah, it was madness, Ty. It was really like a battle of uh it was a survival. You know what I mean? It's kind of reminded me of like Fire
Mm-hmm.
Fest, like the fact that you have to like find and like hunt your own food and like you know get
Mm-hmm.
all your resources yourself and like somehow survive in the wild. Like that's how it felt
Right.
at Juice Bar on that Friday night.
I'd give anything for like a Dasani bottled water and a soggy ham sandwich right now.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I need to kill someone so I can like eat this tomato and bread and like sit on the floor. You know what I mean? That's the
Like
vibe.
I would do anything right now to sit in a parking stall on a picnic bench and drink a spicy but balanced red.
Yeah, dude. I would literally murder someone for a spicy Sprite right now.
Damn. Wow. Well, that sounds like quite the pilgrimage and quite the battle you fought there, Eric. So you emerged a victor. You claimed two bottles, even if your wallet took a little damage.
That's right. I tried to entertain the like sommelier a little bit by
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
giving them like words
Lip
and then having them
service.
like produce a bottle. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Um, and then I just declined it. I was like, no, not that one. And I just like pointed to one. I was like, I'll take that one.
Nice.
So that was a cool move.
Very assertive.
Very assertive to like waste their time and then be like,
Yeah.
actually, I just want that one.
They have to
um,
listen. They can't talk back.
exactly. I think like initially we went in there with the strategy of like we want something juicy and playful. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah, yeah. Those are
Um,
good words. Those are good words to say. I think they're
good
safe.
words to to just make up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then after like he produced something that was unsatisfactory, and I like pointed at a different one. He said, "Oh, that one's." I would describe it as volatile and aggressive, and I was like, "I'll take it." So
Damn.
it turned out to
Maple
be
marinara
amazing.
energy.
Exactly, it was the same color too, which is kind
Oh
of
shit.
interesting.
Wow.
Um, and yeah, Ty, after that moment happened, after we secured the bottles, everything was good. But up until then, dude, like the first line we got in just like disintegrated. Like it
Mm-hmm.
just was leading nowhere. And then the entire line just had to like spread out and find somewhere else to stand,
Damn. Really ground
things like
zero.
that. Exactly. Um, but yeah, I did talk to you about this like whole marketing thing that they're doing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they
We
announced,
gotta circle back here. The big
let's circle
twist.
back.
You're caught in
Exactly.
a rebrand. So you drank some wine,
Exactly.
spent too much money. Juice bar's closing down.
Mhm.
What happens next?
We're thinking like, oh fuck, this place is gonna shut down. What an L for the city. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? This is gonna be like a really tough act to follow. Whoever like takes over this space, blah blah blah. There's no good wine bars anymore, blah blah blah. So I asked the guy working there. I'm like, hey, what are the future plans? Like, are you like relocating or whatever? He's like, oh yeah, we're gonna relocate. We have to like find a new space, maybe
Mm-hmm.
something a little bit bigger where we can like have like parties and like music and things like that. Like, oh okay, that's
Dope.
pretty cool. And that was kind of the end of that, right? I go outside and after like making some conversation with some other people, they were like, hey, here is the new wine bar. And they showed me an Instagram profile of this place called Bar Tartar.
Tartar. Like the bread
Tartar.
retartarter?
Exactly. Like the raw meat you might find in the Subway.
Ah, the raw meat.
The brown
The,
boxes in
t-
the back have it.
the tuna tartar.
Um, exactly. And so I'm like, what the hell? The address is the same as Juice Bar, 54 Alexander Street, right?
Damn.
It's open the same days of the week: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I'm thinking to
They
myself,
did.
is somebody taking over the space and just doing what they did? Are they just like jacking their swag right now? And
Dude,
then,
I
so
don't think
like,
that's even what's going on here. I think they bamboozled you.
that's what I'm thinking too. We all got swindled, bro. We all got
Yo.
like Tinder swindled by this fucking wine bar because I like checked their Instagram after they opened, which was like the following weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and shocking how there's no like renovations being done. It's just the same exact place with a different Instagram account. The same staff works there, bro. It's like one
Wow.
person left. Yeah.
So they literally just burnt their brand to because they had a few nice bottles of red expiring. That's
Yeah.
probably
They're
all
like,
that happened.
everything must go.
Everything must go because it's good. It's gonna go bad. So
Hmm.
the only way we can get rid of all this is to burn it down and start fresh. Brilliant
Exactly.
move, honestly. Really smart. Because it probably
Yeah.
will, honestly, it won't affect your brand loyalty. You'll be back.
Oh, obviously, if it's the same product, I don't care what the logo is. If anything,
Hmm.
the staff there kind of annoyed me. So if
That's
like the
true.
staff is like 20% different this time, I'll give it another shot, you know?
It's nice to have a bit of change.
Yeah, totally. Imagine if like your favorite Subway like had a, like a closing party. It's like, guys, Subway no
Every
longer. Everything
everything
must
must
go.
go.
We must empty the
Wow.
fridge. You know what I mean? And then so you go, you get 2 footlongs because you love the place, and you're like, wow, I'm gonna miss you
Hmm.
guys. And then the following day, it's like a new franchise owner. That's basically like what this felt like.
That's
Same
basically
menu.
maybe they get the new brand now. They got rid of the old brick and added the like Star Trek white and green.
Exactly, exactly. How do we
Interesting.
feel about
So
this, Ty?
I feel I feel mixed because I think like that's pretty ballsy move for a business to blow that out of proportion. But I also feel like I would do the same. You know what it makes me feel here? It makes me not trust the wine. It makes me think like, is the wine even natural anymore? If they're willing to lie about their business, what else are they lying about? Are these synthetic
Hmm.
bottles? How much tannins are in these things? These are the things
Hmm.
going through my mind.
Exactly. How can you call the wine organic if the traffic to your place is not organic?
Yeah, that's not
This is not
direct. That's a
organic traffic.
referral.
Exactly. You're telling
Hmm.
me that this is false advertising, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I think you're right. They probably just needed to get rid of like the fucking $200 bottle that's like been in the back of the fridge since they opened that like no one
Yeah,
would buy, you know?
yeah, 100%. That I just feel like, yeah. What is it when they say like, oh, when a biodynamic wine is like low intervention? You know, like how do you believe that that $200 bottle was low intervention when the entire
Hmm.
process to sell you it was incredibly high intervention? You know?
Yeah, dude. I think I'm gonna retire from drinking introverted wines, you know what I mean? Because I need my
Hmm.
wine bar to be extroverted now.
Loud and
If you're
proud, baby.
yeah, I need you to be honest about what you're doing. Don't keep anything to yourself, right?
Hmm. Yeah, that's wild. How do you feel
Yeah.
about it as a man who is a victim of the system?
Well, I mean, I'm also mixed because on one hand, I'm happy that the Vancouver institution that we know and love is more or less staying. Like,
Hmm.
I don't care what trademark they're using to like sell me the fucking natural wine. It doesn't matter to me. As long as I get to go there and sit outside and enjoy a cigarette and a bottle of wine. You know what I mean? That's all I really
Yeah,
care about. But then I'm like, why did I insist on going and spending 2 hours in line for something that's gonna be back next weekend?
yeah, totally. 2 hours and $200 for one night that will definitely happen again.
It'll happen again, and I won't have to wait 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. I see how
So
that is problematic.
yeah, it honestly just reminded me of like when Frank Ocean dropped Endless.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It was like we need to do one more thing to get out of this contract, and so that
Mhm.
was the juice bar closing party. And
That's
we all
true.
got swindled, and then Blonde came out the next weekend, you know?
Yeah. Well, maybe they did it to like break a contract with a crooked property manager or something. Who knows? Maybe they had to shut
Yeah,
it down because all of the terms and conditions that they're abiding to featured doing business name juice bar.
that's actually really interesting. So they had to change their name or just like have a different LLC move in
Hmm.
because
Yeah, to
like
probably escape bankruptcy or something.
yeah, they were contractually
Mm.
obligated to do something. Who knows what that might be?
Hmm.
Like, do we have any guesses? Like what they had to do that they weren't down for?
Well, maybe maybe they're getting pressure from big wine to start carrying some
Some
like
VQAs.
yeah, some old age whites, you know, heritage blends.
Honestly, that's not out of the question because like BC liquor laws are like it's like we live in Nazi Germany, bro.
I know it's terrible.
Yeah, it's like either that or like
You
Soviet Russia. Like fucking, you get taxed up the ass if you want to sell a bottle of wine, and you probably do have to include like some BC like normie wines, you know.
100%, dude. It's like in Vancouver, it's easy after 1 a.m. It's easier to buy meth than it is to buy a can of Bud.
100%, dude. You can line up for free meth on the corner like no problem. Do you even have to show ID? Like almost people don't have
I don't think
IDs.
so. Dude, they're not IDing you to get like fentanyl, dude. You
You know
you
what's
just get
crazy?
it. They
You're
it just
absolutely
finds
right.
its way to you.
You know what's crazy? If we went there dressed like how we are dressed right now, actually maybe you more than me. I got some distressing happening on my t-shirt, but Ty's wearing a
Hmm.
nice, proper, educated look right now. If you
Hmm.
walked into there, they would turn you away and be like, "You're not homeless. You can't have this heroin."
No drugs for you.
Yeah, yeah,
Go away.
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, you're
But if
right.
I wore my tattered Levi's and my distressed designer t-shirt, they'd probably hand it over
Hmm.
immediately. Like, oh
Oh,
yeah,
for
this
sure,
guy
dude.
needs it.
You're getting any drug you want. I'm getting turned away. They're going to tell me to go snort coke at the Vancouver Club instead.
Yeah, dude. They're like, why are you outside the Fairmont right now?
Get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, your valet
Wow.
is. You're too far from your valet, bro.
Hmm. Wow.
Damn, this is crazy. I want to circle back to the brief moment where you said, "What if Subway had an everything must go sale?" Because I think there's. I just immediately had this like obscene image in my mind of like salami on a sandwich just topped a foot high. Like, what would you do? It's like closing time, truly unlimited anything on your sandwich, Eric. How do you go out with a bang here? Build a foot long for me.
A dream footlong.
It's kind of a dream foot
Um,
long, but it's not really the perfect sandwich. It's the sandwich that takes advantage of a duty you have to the Subway to make sure that no vegetable gets left behind.
that's right. Instead of donating it to those in need, I'm going to waste it on my terrible sandwich that probably
Yeah.
going to throw away after 3 bites.
Mm.
But to be fair, Ty, I'll probably go with like I've never done this because it's the most expensive possible sandwich. Just one of everything.
One
You
of
know what I
everything. Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Some chicken, some bacon, some salami, some
Hmm.
roast beef, some steak. You know what I mean? Like every possible meat. I'll just make a meat
Yeah.
lovers.
It really is a meat lovers at that point. I was thinking the term like farmstead medley was the words that came to mind for me.
Yeah, dude. I'm doing the like support our farmers foot long.
Hmm. No farmers, no food, but that's because you ate it all. I love that idea.
Exactly.
For some reason, you know how like at like a wedding you'll have a like pyramid of champagne glasses. That's a common move. I'm imagining that, but it's a pyramid of meatballs
Oh
drizzled in
wow.
marinara, and you can like poke at it with skewers and like take one off and nibble. And I was like, oh wait, the best way to consume all of the ingredients at Subway is actually to rearrange them in mass into other types of dishes. Like there's your appy, or what you could do is you could like make a like take all of the finger food vegetables and like squirt some of the ranch into a bowl and you got a little veggie tray happening, like you can
Mhm.
kind of like it doesn't no we are liberated from the bread at scale.
100%. 100%. I'm doing a plate of marinara and I'm dipping the herbs and cheese bread in it like I'm at Italian restaurant, you know?
Yeah, dude, that would be so good. Get a little garlic aioli on there, a splash of vinegar, and scoop that herbs and cheese.
A little side salad perhaps.
What if you got like a little skewer action and like folded the cold cuts and stuck it on there with a little pickle or tomato, a little shish kebab?
Mhm. Oh man, a little shish kebab would be nice. Um,
No,
I'm
great.
thinking you could probably recreate any meal from Olive Garden using the ingredients at Subway. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
for sure.
you just need the pasta, I guess, but like you could create meatball marinara pasta, spaghetti
Mm-hmm.
and meatballs,
Mm-hmm.
little side salad. You even got the breadsticks. Um, what else? I mean, you can make the chicken cutlet. You just take the fried chicken like sandwich option and don't slice it.
Dude, deep cut here, but remember when Subway used to serve macaroni?
Oh fuck,
That you could just
dude.
use that. If they have, I'm sure they still have a pot stewing in the back just in case.
Mm. I can't believe they never allowed you to like put the macaroni in the toaster with like more cheese on top with like breadcrumbs. That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You could take
That
the
would be
crumbs
so
out of the
good.
bottom of the toaster.
You don't even need to ruin a fresh block. Just take the tray out and shake it on. Oh
Exactly,
no,
dude.
it's
It's
so
like
nasty.
nasty.
Dude, I
Wow.
remember when you and I went to Subway with a mutual friend of ours, and right when macaroni dropped, and our friend ordered 2 cups. He
Oh
s- he said, "You know what? I'll skip the sandwich today. I'll just get 2 cups of macaroni. Looks
my
good."
god. Wow, looks good
What
is
a
like
mistake!
an ominous statement.
I could see the
Um,
regret in his eyes. One bite into the first cup, like I've made a terrible, terrible
that's
mistake.
good.
But it would have
Ordering
been better with a
two.
dollop of marinara in there. Make a rosé sauce,
Oh wow, that's smart.
right?
Yeah, dude,
Right?
ordering two of the new thing at Subway is like is like a bet that I'm not willing to place. You know what I
No,
mean?
for sure. I'm waiting for a coupon.
Yeah, dude, exactly. I need it to be like free Mac included. Like that's the only way I'm gonna try it.
Hmm.
Because just judging by the like soup station at Subway is like, it's seen better days.
The soup station, yeah, dude. The soup station needs a stir, man. It needs ratatouille up in there to give that thing a little mix.
Yeah, dude. It has like a 3-inch like top layer of grease that's just like
Mhm.
preserving the bottom soup. Like it'll never go bad actually.
Unless it's like petrified, in which case you can take the entire like solidified cylinder out and see all of the layers of ingredients separated inside.
Yeah, dude, you could eat it with a fork and knife like it's gelatin.
Yeah, like cut that in slices and serve it at a dinner party. Kind of cool
Nasty
though.
dude for sure.
Deconstructed soup, dude. No one's ever tried that.
Yeah,
Subway
dude.
first.
Gelatinized.
Gelatinous. Do it jiggle.
Yeah, dude. Let me get a foot long with a side of ice spice.
Yeah, oh, some gelatinous soupy.
Man, yeah, that soup station. I wonder if like there's like a death row inmate who would like choose to eat that to hopefully try to die before they reach the electric chair. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah,
soup might kill you before they drag you out to that chair.
dude. Oh, 100%. No one's ever eaten it. I've never seen a single person order soup. I've never ordered soup myself, but it's always there. They're always like soup du jour. I don't even know what flavor of soup it is, Eric. My my heart says cream of mushroom.
Oh, it
I
would
gotta
be
look this up.
vegetarian though. I
What
mean,
is what
yeah, we
soups are
need
at
some answers
Subway?
on this.
Okay, I'm gonna drop 3 soups they got.
Wow, there's
Broccoli
options.
cheddar. Yeah, 3 options. Broccoli
Yo,
cheddar.
they got broccoli at the Subway. What the fuck?
Dude, yeah. This is what doesn't make any sense is that the vegetables that are in the soup are different than the vegetables on your sandwiches. Why aren't they using the same? They're importing broccoli in and then not putting it in the soup. It doesn't make any sense. Homestyle chicken noodle. There you go. You
Yeah,
got a
that's what
little
I
bit more
was.
pasta. Yeah.
I think that is the flagship flavor because it is printed
Mhm.
on the outside of the soup like machine thing.
Yeah, totally. With the word homestyle, you know?
Yeah. People who eat at Subway all the time don't really have a home. You know what I mean? Like they can't go home and like cook up their own soup, so they gotta go to Subway.
Dude, that's crazy. It's like we're going home style soup tonight, you know? Really like bougie.
Yeah, it's triggering for some
Dream a
people, but
little.
all good.
The last one, Erica, is loaded baked potato, which really rounds out a Three Musketeers of hearty fluid.
Hmm. Dude, I don't know if I can stomach a potato soup like with my foot long. It's too much starch and carbs.
Yeah, all three are pretty starchy and carby. It makes me think that they're like the like executive chefs at Subway HQ thought, how do we make soup, but like do it sandwich style?
Hmm. That's a good point. All of those flavors look like something you'd find on the street in like downtown East Side. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like the same flavors they have at the soup kitchen. And it's
It
like
is
it's very visceral for me being a former resident of Chinatown because I would like walk to work and see like perfectly like full soup that was just thrown onto the street.
for sure.
God bless their souls, you know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it reminds me one time I was crossing the street tie and there was somebody like 5 to 10 steps in front of me, and there was a vehicle turning right. And then as the vehicle was turning right, I just see this guy's backpack get hit by a soup from the
No,
vehicle. And I was like, wow, if I only brushed my teeth like 1 like minute earlier, that would have been me.
you would have got souped. a drive-by
Hold it on straight.
swooping.
Yeah, they would have slimed me out.
Yo, that's so whack. You never know what's going to happen to you. You know, one day you're just walking down the street and your life changes forever.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Who knows what that guy did after? Someone check his credit card records.
Yeah, make sure he's all right. Check in on your friends. You don't know what they're going through. That's
You don't know
that's
if they got
crazy.
souped out.
Swoop me out.
Yeah. Um, any other
Wow.
topics? You got some? I think you got some Subway news for me, right? I don't want to take up the entire time with my nonsense.
You know, you have some great topics today, Eric. So I think we'll save my Subway topics for another episode. This has
Okay.
been wonderful.
This has been wonderful. It's so nice to connect with you, Ty.
You as well, King.
Lovely.
Stay safe out there. Watch your back, especially when
Hmm.
cars drive by.
Hmm. Yeah, beware of white vans that are turning slowly around the corner.
Mm,
They might have a soup, a warm broccoli cheddar ready to be thrown at you.
yeah. I mean, if you can survive the summer, you're fine. Once we get into rain jacket season, it doesn't matter. The Gore-Tex will protect you.
That's right. It'll just beat off that the cheddar, liquid cheddar will just roll right off of your sleeves. It's all
And
good.
hydrophobic puffer is gonna keep the baked potato away. Yes, dude.
Ah, okay, breadheads, thanks for listening. Catch you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Think fresh, everybody. Ciao. Der.